U.S. President Joe Biden issued a new anti-China executive order restricting the U.S. investments in Beijing technology. This earned a strong opposition from China, saying that Washington is depriving them of their right to develop. Let's find out more about the unfolding trade war between the two superpowers. Here's my report. In the early morning of Thursday, U.S. President Joe Biden signed a new executive order aimed at regulating new U.S. investments and expertise that supports China's development on sensitive technologies. The new executive order targets investment in semiconductors, microelectronics, quantum computing, information technologies, and artificial sectors in China. According to Biden, certain American investments may contribute to what he says is the development of sensitive technologies and products in countries that develop them to counter U.S. and allied capabilities. The U.S. president also said, and quotes, "I find that countries of concern are engaged in comprehensive, long-term strategies that direct, facilitate, or otherwise support advancements in sensitive technologies and products that are critical to such countries' military, intelligence, surveillance, or cyber-enabled capabilities." End of quote. The new executive order is expected to be implemented next year. It will also require outbound U.S. investors to provide notifications to the U.S. Treasury Department. The measure also calls Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to define sensitive technologies and products in these categories for purposes of the prohibition and the notification requirement. Meanwhile, China slammed the United States' actions, saying that it strongly deplores and firmly opposes the single-minded announcement of restrictions on investments in Beijing by Washington and has made serious demarche to the U.S. side. A spokesperson for the Chinese Foreign Ministry said that Washington's move to restrict U.S. companies' investment in China with national security as a front is a clear act of overstretching the concept of security and politicizing business engagement. The ministry spokesperson further said, and quote, "This is blatant economic coercion and tech bullying, an act that seriously violates the principles of market economy and fair competition, undermines the international economic and trading order, destabilizes global industrial and supply chains, and hurts the interests of both China and the U.S. and the global business community. This is deglobalization and a move to phase China out." End of quote. China's foreign ministry also reminded that Biden made a commitment to not seek to decouple from China or reduce China's economic development. To this, China urges the U.S. to follow through with their commitment and to stop politicizing, instrumentalizing, and weaponizing technology and trade issues. China said it will closely follow the developments of Biden's new executive order and that it will resolutely safeguard its rights and interests. Reporting, this has been Jayne Codnita, SMNI News. Beijing's top diplomat will visit 3 Southeast Asian countries this week in an aim to boost strategic communication with ASEAN member states. Anissa de Guzman has the details.
Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi will embark on a 4-day diplomatic tour to Southeast Asia by visiting Singapore, Malaysia, and Cambodia this week. According to the Chinese Foreign Ministry, Wang is scheduled to visit Singapore from August 10 to 11 at the invitation of Minister for Foreign Affairs Vivian Balakrishnan. The trip will be followed with a trip to Malaysia and Cambodia until Sunday. The 3 countries were among China's top targets to engage in its massive Belt and Road Initiative, an infrastructure project that aims to connect Asia with Africa and Europe via land and maritime networks. The ASEAN has also been China's biggest trading partner since 2020, wherein bilateral trade has jumped to $975.3 billion in 2022. Wang Yi's visit to the region comes as China prepares to host its 3rd Belt and Road Forum later this year after a 4-year hiatus. Di siya na Anissa de Guzman, Rangan Chakuntep Mahanakon, SMNI News, Pratethay, Sawadika.